beaders, it's Gina from Orchid and Opal.com, and I'm back today with another finished jewelry update. Now, all these pieces were inspired by the December 2019 bargain bead box. I will leave the link to that unboxing in the corner if you haven't caught it. It was quite an interesting month, as many of you guys know, and it was a bit of a challenge. We were thrown a huge curveball with some neon orange beads. They are blaze orange, and in my opinion, they didn't particularly go with anything in the box. Like, there wasn't really a rhyme or reason for there to be neon orange beads, but we'll get to those pieces in just a few minutes. I was able to make 7 necklaces, 4 bracelets, and 6 pairs of earrings based off of that box. Now, of course, I did supplement the items in the box with things from my own personal stash, but as usual, about 80 to 90% of what I created did come from the contents of the box. Now, briefly, before we get into today's video and I share with you the finished pieces that I made, I am happy to announce that today's video is sponsored by Skillshare, which further enables me to bring you more content on a regular basis. If you haven't heard of them, Skillshare is an online learning community for creative individuals where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. They offer thousands of inspiring classes for artistic and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and much, much more. This month I've particularly enjoyed a class called Share Your Artwork with Flat Lay Photography. Now that I have more time to dedicate to my craft, I'm looking to share more of my designs on social media, and as someone who is not trained in photography, it's really helped me to gain some invaluable insight on how to make my Instagram photos more eye-catching and therefore attract a wider audience. If you think about it, it's really hard to believe, but we have a brand new decade right around the corner, so now's the time to explore new skills, deepen your existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Most of Skillshare's classes are just 60 minutes or less, and you can fit them around your schedule and your interests. Because Skillshare is sponsoring today's video, they're generously offering you the opportunity to become a member absolutely free for 2 months. So take advantage of their thousands of inspiring classes with hands-on projects and feedback from a community of millions. Just click on the personalized link below this video to sign up and try it out with absolutely no obligation. Alright, so the first piece you've been looking at here is this necklace. This is an original design. I created this flower based off of the faceted turquoise rondelles and of course our bright orange glass bead here in the center. I decided to do something a little bit tropical looking and really bring in some other bright colors to help balance out that neon orange. Also, of course, the fact that it is kind of settled in there in the center, it does tone down the orange quite a bit. And it was a nice way to incorporate some of these check glass leaf beads that I've had in my stash. And what's nice about this flower is it looks great without the leaves too, and you can turn it into many different types of things. You can see I've turned this one into a pendant. You can use these as components in bracelets, turn it into a ring. So I do want to play around with this design in some other color variations. And I do plan to be back with a tutorial on how to create this flower. Since we were going with an antique brass findings theme with this box, I decided to just add a antique brass wire guard there and attach it to a chain that I had from my stash, and I think it turned out pretty cute. So this will be the only bead weaving I have to share with you from today's box. All the rest of the projects are stringing. Before I pull out the next project, here is just a full look at the necklace. I did add a lobster claw clasp and an extender chain and used another one of those orange beads to embellish the extender chain. Alright, so here's the next set that I have to share with you. You can see these bright orange beads really taking center stage in this necklace. Again, I balanced it out as best I could with some other bright colors. I went with a fun kind of tropical look, and I think it's a little bohemian too with the antique brass and these findings here. I used 2 of these 5-strand connector components on this necklace. As you can see, I did 3 beaded strands, and then I used some thinner chain from my stash to space out the beaded section. On the back, I used a larger chain, once again that I had from my stash, because I had used all the chain from the box in other projects that you're about to see. So of course, these hot pink beads and the turquoise beads did come from my collection. However, these 2 did come from Bead Box Bargains, their sister site. And since I had leftover beads, I decided to whip up a coordinating pair of earrings and added in some more of the antique brass findings and strung these on some soft flex beading wire. In addition to that, I decided to make a memory wire bracelet. Memory wire can be a great way to use up beads if you have a lot. And since we had so many in that bright orange, I decided to use them in this way. And I incorporated some very similar magenta colored beads and did a 3-strand to kind of imitate the 3 strands we have on the necklace. So overall, pretty happy with how the set came out. It was not easy at all for me to use these orange beads, not just because they're orange. I have nothing against orange. It's just the fact that they are so bright. They are so neon. But I really like how these all came together with the bright colors just kind of playing off each other. And the antique brass is something I wouldn't have ordinarily put with this, but because that was the metal in our theme, that's what I wanted to use, and I'm actually really happy with that combination. Since we're already talking about that bright orange, I'll show you this standalone bracelet that I made. I had just these few bluish Howlite, that imitation turquoise, left from the box. And instead of just not using them, I decided to put them with the orange because I do think those two colors work very well together, and combine them with some other antique brass findings to make a bracelet. That was actually the last thing I made, just using what I had left over from the box. So here are more of those Howlite beads. You can see I did a pretty classic 2-strand necklace here with the antique brass. I did use one of the toggle clasp components over here on the side to make a connector. And instead of doing a symmetrical design where I used the same component on both sides, I actually, you may recognize, this is the center part of that massive round antique brass component, pendant, whatever you want to call it, that was in the box. And instead of using that large round component as it was, I actually cut around the very center and took out this flower piece and kind of filed it down and decided to use this as an accent on the other side. Really like how it came out. And you can see how it worked out because there were openings in each one of these petals where I could attach my strands. Something else I pulled from my own stash are these 2 donut beads. They just coordinated perfectly with the 2-strand necklace, and I believe they came from a curated bead box. But anyway, I just did some simple wire wrapping here to be able to attach them to some ear wires and made some very simple earrings that coordinate with the necklace. And because I had so many of those beads left over, I was also able to make a coordinating bracelet. You can see, just like in the necklace, I used a lot of those bead caps that came in the box as well as the spacers. And I did use every single bead cap and spacer that came in the box throughout the designs you'll see today. So here's the next necklace that I made. We had also gotten these bright red glass beads with the holes kind of drilled off center, and also these crystal stars. I was down to 3 of these. There were 4 in the box. However, one of mine was fairly damaged at the top near the hole, so I decided just to use the 3 that were better intact. And I made this cluster necklace using the red beads. They just reminded me of little berries. And I also pulled in some of these gold toned crystal beads as an accent against the red and those silverish stars to come up with this pretty festive looking necklace. They also sent these 2 components that look like little wreaths in the box, so I decided to make some coordinating chandelier style earrings out of these components. You can see I pulled in some more of the red beads, those gold crystals, and also some little antique brass spacers. And there we have a complete set. Here's another look at the necklace. These little berries kind of move around a little bit. There's lots of movement in this necklace. And I just wire wrapped them to this chain. This is that same larger chain that I had pulled from my stash, and then embellished the lobster clasp and extender with the little red berry on the back. We really had quite a mix of all different colors in our box this month. This next necklace and bracelet set used more of the green beads that came in the box. We had those green crystal rondelles with that metallic that was kind of on part of the bead. And also you'll notice these agate beads, these stones that were kind of polished pebble shapes. And I just did some wire wrapped links, also incorporated the connectors that came in the box and some of the chain. And I made this longer necklace with all of these components, and this kind of hangs lower on the chest. It's a little bit longer than the other necklaces that I made in this set. And I kind of like how these green rondelles brighten up those pebbles a little bit. And again, just finish this off with a lobster claw clasp and extender chain with an embellishment. Before I move on to the next, my little earrings here were hiding from my last set. The set also included this pair of earrings, really simple, using the other 2 connectors and one of these pebble beads at the bottom of each to coordinate with that necklace and bracelet set. And here is the next set that I made, another necklace and earring combination using the turquoise faceted rondelle beads here and those pendants. We had gotten a collection of 5 of these beautiful pendants. I decided to use the 3 of them in this necklace here. We'd also gotten quite a few of the antique brass snowflake charms, so I decided to use 2 of them on the earrings hanging down. What I like is that yes, these do look like snowflakes, but they kind of take on another type of fun, just geometric shape when you don't really play them up as snowflakes. And this necklace set really looks cute on. I like the way everything is spaced out and kind of hangs together. It looks really cute on. And then here is more of the chain that I used from the box. You can see that I used quite a bit of it in this design. And there's a look at the back. Another lobster clasp from my stash, and pulled another one of the snowflakes to embellish the extender chain. And now for the final set. So here is the necklace that goes with that. You can see the other 2 pendants that I used. One of them is wire wrapped all around. The other one just has a simple wire wrap at the top in order to connect these to the round portion of the toggle clasp, which I placed in the front of this necklace design as something different. Gives it kind of that lariat style look. Dangled this one down just a little bit lower with a few links of the chain. And this one actually cracked at the top where the hole was. Otherwise, I was going to leave it like that, but because it cracked, I had to cover it up and create this wire wrapping that went around the bead. And I'm actually quite happy with it. I like the extra detail that added, so it worked out. And then here is a look at what I did with the rest of the necklace. Pulled in the faceted turquoise beads and even some of those spacers. Created some wire wrapped links and then spaced them out with some links of the chain that came in the box. To coordinate with this necklace, I pulled out 2 chandelier earring findings that I had in my stash, and I decided to use the remaining faceted turquoise beads that I had to make these gorgeous statement earrings. So I think they would be really pretty on their own. Of course, you could also wear them with this necklace, but I think those faceted turquoise beads were probably my favorite item from the box, and I really wanted to play those up. So here's the full look at that necklace. You can see that chain just would wrap all the way around and evenly spaced out with those turquoise beads and the antique brass spacers. And then a simple toggle closure that is really easy to fasten from the front. So that is everything I have to share with you guys today from the December 2019 bargain bead box. It was quite a challenge this month, and I thought last month was a challenge with the coffee theme, but I think I actually had an easier time last month coming up with pieces based on that theme than this one. We had the curveball with that bright orange, and then just a lot of other colors and types of things along with the antique brass, which just made me feel like I had to think that much harder to come up with some cohesive pieces. But like I usually say, I don't like to write anything off on face value before I've had a chance to use it, and all in all, I am really happy with the pieces that came out of the box this month. And here's that final piece. Like I said, I'll be playing with this design a little bit more and hopefully come back and share with you some other variations that I decided to do with this flower design. And that's why I love these boxes, because I probably wouldn't have come up with this had it not been for the box and these bright orange beads. So you just never know. So I hope this was helpful and fun for you guys, maybe inspired you a little bit and helped you to see some of the other things you could create from the December box. Please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know if there's a piece here that you like in particular, or what you've been up to with the box, or anything else you'd like to say. I will leave a link for the bargain bead box subscription down below, as well as a coupon code if you aren't familiar with the box. It is one I highly recommend and one of the most popular ones that I share here every month. So I want to thank you guys so much for being with me for another finished jewelry update, and also a huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check the link for Skillshare down below. Stay tuned for much more to come. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day, and as always, happy beading. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. For more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of my latest videos. You can check out the information section below this video for links to all my social media handles, recommended products, and my shop and blog at orchidandopal.com. Thanks for watching.